Except
we have such sights to show you. Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Terrorvision. I am your host, Pete Daddy Dollar, joined by my co-host, Gasp! It's J-Man.
Hey.
And we are joined this evening by, I can't even call him a friend because he's a brother, man. It is my tag team partner and just a tremendous mind when it comes to movies. Him and J-Man hit it off, and that made me smile. This is my brother, Killer Pizza Videos. What's up, man? Welcome.
double deuces, man. Got to keep it corny.
Well, welcome, brother. Glad to have you on tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. Seems like the impending doom of me being added back to first shift this past Monday and never being able to fully wake up worked out to my advantage because I can finally be available to join you guys and talk some horror.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we've been looking forward to that, bro. We've been looking forward to that. I know you and I have been talking about this for a minute. And yeah, like I said, it's one of those things, like we talked about this too. It's like I knew once you and J-Man got to like talking, you guys were just gonna like hit it off like mad. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm the newbie to the movie we're reviewing tonight, the Slumber Party Massacre. I had never seen this before last night. Let me say hi to the chat before we get into it here. We got Lark Bark over on J-Man's side.
Hey, Lark.
Ola says, yes, this is such a guilty pleasure. Parrot Head I know Parrot Head. It's the people's nose. It's here. Yeah, the 80s slasher film genre is my favorite by far. Draven, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Is this the horror flick? This is JHWH, the God. Yes, this is, to answer your question. Yes, it is. There was Parrot Head says, Draven, remember to stay 500 feet away from the special ed girls. Oh, Draven. That's so Draven. That's so Draven.
Oh,
All
my.
right.
I think I used to watch that. Is it Raven or
That's so Raven.
that's the Raven. Yeah, that's right.
We gotta get a I had a note on my desk for the longest time to do a T-shirt with Draven's logo, and that's so Draven.
Oh,
But just
do
like
it.
put his face on Raven. Would that be whitewashing Raven Simone? I don't know, folks.
Well,
That's
by
for
the
you.
time, if anybody watches this on replay, it'll be on the merch store by then, right, Pete?
Yes, sir. We need to do that. That would be. I can't 4K. We'll talk about merch. All right. Anyway, folks, we are here to talk about Slumber Party Massacre, which I have playing in the background. So, as we always do before we start our review here, let's see. Let me do this, and then we'll come up here and we'll play the title card. I'll move us over here. And yeah, we are reviewing the 1982 cult classic slasher Slumber Party Massacre, and I love this poster.
Yes.
I love
very
this poster.
expensive to try to find an original one sheet of this. I've tried in the past. It's very difficult. They're expensive.
Hey, J-Man, I got one in my basement right now.
Do you seriously have it? Wow, that's and it's like 2740, like
Still,
27. Yeah.
movie theater size.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
It's still in the tube. I haven't hung it up yet.
Wow. That's very good.
Dude, yeah, this movie. Okay, so as I was digging into the making and who was behind it and everything like that, it was a little bit surprising. So this was directed by Amy Jones, who also had Love Letters, Made to Order, and The Rich Man's Wife, and written by Rita Mae Brown, who famously dated Martina Navratilova, the tennis player, which I was like, that's an odd factoid about her. But she's the writer of this movie was a lesbian, feminist, and activist. Okay, so, and you hear that now, like with Black Christmas 2019. If you hear that movie was god awful. You hear movies written by a lesbian, feminist activist, you're like, your eyes automatically fucking roll, and you're like, oh god. So let me guess. If I'm my hue, odds are the characters like me are going to be the bad guy. But this movie really, it's not like that. It's not. You got to remember, this is 1982. It's a much different mindset then. And this is absolutely fucking fantastic. So Rita Mae Brown wrote the original screenplay. It was titled Sleepless Nights as a parody of the slasher films. Mm-hmm. Producers repurposed her script to make a, quote, serious slasher film, and that went against her wishes for what she originally intended, which I find incredibly ironic that this became such a cult classic because of the changes that the studio made to it.
It pretty much almost is a parody in a sense anyways, because it follows every trope perfectly. Being a lesbian, feminist, whatever, it didn't matter if you respected the genre of what you're doing. I think what's happened is that people's ideologies and political takes or whatever have become so much invested in their art that they can't remove themselves from it. Like, I can distance myself if you say, like, I don't know what I don't really particularly like musicals. I don't hate musicals, but if they paid me money and said make a musical, I will make the best musical that I could possibly make, and not say, well, I don't like musicals, so I'm going to do it the way I want because I'm me. I don't like that. Like, this is a slasher. This is like slasher 101. Watch it. I took a horror in Canada. You can have a course on anything. So I took a David Cronenberg course. I took a horror movie course. We watched I Spit on Your Grave in university, and people took notes and discussed it. But with Slumber Party, I don't think we saw Slumber Party. I forgot what we watched on Slasher Week, but it wasn't Slumber Party. But this is a 101 slasher. Every trope is pretty much like on fire and like on steroids in this movie. It's also short as hell. It's like hour 15 or so.
Yeah, 75 minutes. It was. I mean, it was like that. It was so quick,
very fast. Yeah.
I know, Pete. I got to ask you. Can you see who the producer was on this? If you can check?
Yeah, it was produced by Amy Jones.
I was gonna say, I do believe it was written, directed, and produced by a woman. Which is ironic, just to give like a little backstory to this movie. I've done plenty of videos of like my favorite poster art, VHS artwork, because I'm a kid at the video store. I just remember always running the wrestling section, or I would go rent Rocky 1 through 5, usually part 4. And my sisters, who got me into horror movies, and we would go down these aisles, and there was all these movies that like had certain impacts on me that I was scared of, this or that. And this was by far the one I wanted to rent the most when I was like 8. And I always thought my mom would think I was like renting a porno, and I was like scared to like bring the tape to her if she wanted to look at the cover, which with the writer, director, and producer all being women, it's ironic that granted there's a lot of nudity in this movie, which we'll get to. This is like the best amount of feminist stuff put into like a horror movie without being like jammed down your throat.
I mean, there's nudity immediately. It's like immediately. Like, we didn't even waste time. Let's just get it out of the way.
JH, we can't show the movie on stream. We're gonna go through.
Oh my god,
we can't. I can't show it on YouTube without the stream getting.
I guarantee it's on Tubi.
It is. I'm pretty sure this one's on Tubi. And if this is one, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat right now, because I haven't uploaded anything to Patreon in a minute, and I want to get something over there. We've been doing the member streams on Thursday, and I'm going to have to bump the time back this Thursday, but you'll still get the member stream. It'll just be a little bit later because I have to work. So, yeah, so we'll do the member stream a little bit later. But Patreon, I'm going to do a commentary for probably all 3 of these movies individually. If anybody's interested in that, like I said, I'll put a poll in the chat. If you guys want me to do that, just weigh in there and let me know. And this is an easy set of movies to do for Patreon. Yeah, do commentaries on.
Yeah, I'll join, man. I'll start cussing like crazy. Just make it worth it.
It's on Patreon. You can say whatever you want. Trust me.
Yeah.
Our Patreon's well worth the $2. What is it? $2, $1.99 a month. It's well worth it. There's a huge back catalog over there. That's patreon.com/wrestling with. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Oh.
Well, before we get fully on into it, do I have it over here? Yeah, I'm gonna play a commercial. Here we go.
Yup.
There you go, folks. There's where your all your membership info is right there. Wait, what did Godzillionaire say? We need racial slur Mario Kart on Patreon. I think that's normal when anybody plays Mario Kart. We need racial slur Mario Kart. Please give me your Jew jokes. Give them all to me. Give every single one to me. I love them. But no, this movie, the cinematography was done by Stephen L. Posey, who also did Savage Streets. And
That's a great movie.
Which I've never seen.
Yeah,
I have that one written down. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Ray's going to reach back there, or Killer Pizza's going to reach back there and grab it.
I don't have it. No, don't show it because I don't have it.
Grab it now.
You're not allowed to have a movie I don't have.
It's over here, man.
Savage Streets that sold out quick.
Sundry.
Yeah. It's expensive in Canada, at least, to get. I can loan it to you, Pete. I have it on.
Okay.
I can loan it to you.
All right, let's see. Oh, also he did the cinematography on Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning.
Love it.
Which I love that movie. I don't care. I love Part 5. And Penitentiary 2.
Oh man, that's good too. Those are all good. Those are all good. You got Penitentiaries. I don't have those.
I don't have Part 1, by Part 2.
Yeah, I can't remember if I have Part 2. I have to look at my Excel sheet. When you have 4,000 movies, we can't remember
Part 2
anymore.
I had to get it.
But Part 2 is better than 1. Yeah, that's yeah.
Good. Then I watched Part 1 on Tubi.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, it's been 10 minutes of this movie that I've been watching it with, and it's now the nudity has ended. Like it's literally.
It's really like, not that long though. It's
what do you know? I'm watching it live. I'm watching it now. They're in this. First there's braless basketball, which is a great sport. I think that I think that sport would probably take on more than the regular women's basketball. But it's awesome because like it went. So it was her waking up nude, and then it was braless basketball. And then it was shower time, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" It's like so 10 minutes, but now we're going to have our first kill. I
always love the stupid comment, like when the one girl's jealous and the other girl, like her delivery is like not good acting, but she's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't happen to be jealous because she's better at you in basketball."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's probably why, you know."
Some of it's not too bad. Like this entire trilogy has a very mixed bag of acting. Like sometimes it's pretty decent, sometimes it's like kind of rough, and then depending on who the person delivering the line is, depending on their body shape, you can kind of tell, oh, they're here for this part of the movie, and the other people are here for the story part of the movie. And there is, I guess, a story in this.
The first one that gets killed, I think, Linda.
Yeah.
She's a scream queen, right?
I think so. She looked familiar. Yeah. She didn't have a top billing in this movie, but she was probably like the best looking one in the whole movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Her or the telephone repair girl. They
who
got
also gets nailed right away. It's basically two. You get a two for in the first little bit.
I like
actually. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go, J-Man.
No, I was just gonna say I actually for this entire trilogy, I watched the entire trilogy today. I've seen it before and I own them, but they're very easy to watch because there's nothing much going on. I actually found almost all of the women attractive in all three movies. Oddly enough, like it was some of the better crop because usually you go back to some of these early '80s movies and it's like they're a victim of their time with the clothing and the hairstyles and stuff. But actually, all three movies had a lot of attractive ladies in them. So the guys were brutal, really, in all of them, except for the killer in part 3, who was awesome. He's bonkers, insane, crazy. And you haven't seen it, Pete. We gotta watch part 3.
I'd love to get to that towards the end of this.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we'll save that. We can save that. But yeah,
I'd say that this scene with this kill right here has some of the best like cat and mouse shit. The way they filmed it, the way they went horizontally through the lockers, and I just love that shit, man. I attended a wrestling show this past Saturday, and I heard a super fan say that they didn't believe something could happen because of this or that, someone out in the crowd. And it's like, you're not supposed to know what's going to happen. That's what suspense is about. That's what entertainment's about. And when it comes to a slasher movie, you should question it. And the fact that like there's not the dumbest tropes in this shit, like when the girl hides, not to jump too forward, I'm sure everybody watching this stream has seen the movie. When the girl starts bleeding, it's interesting in two sides where she has the awareness to grab the towel and try to clean up the blood before it drips through the bottom of the door. And at the same time, Russ Thorne doesn't notice it at first until he does, because I mean, we know it's going to happen. It's a slasher.
Yep.
Well, all three of these films take completely different approaches to this material. So here we have Russ, who we, the audience, know who the killer is. He's revealed immediately in the opening first act. He's revealed. We see him. We even see him stalking, which typically usually doesn't happen until later in horror movies, or we just see legs, or we just see hands or something, right? But here we see him right away. So we're like, okay, that's him. There's no mystery reveal. Part 3 is a mystery slasher, kind of like a Scream, right? You don't know who the killer is. You do find out like earlier than you would expect, but still 2 acts go before you know. The second movie is a spiritual one where it's almost like a ghost committing the murder. So all three are different, but this one, I mean, this is the best one, but it's interesting to see Russ walking around. Like, you have to cast this guy, and you cast him by his face, his mannerisms. I love that he's just wearing a jean jacket or whatever. I think when I first saw this, I thought he was kind of lame. I'm like, this guy sucks. Because, I'm watching Jason and Freddy and Pinhead and Michael and Chucky and all these guys. And I'm like, this guy's kind of lame. But if you keep watching it, you kind of get pumped up for him. And he becomes kind of cool. Like, I like this, like, I'm just this guy. It's like, he's just the guy who's just, nuts, right? So I think it makes it unique, too. It sets him a little bit apart. Like, he doesn't have a cool mask or something like that.
At first, before you see his face like you do in this shot on the screen, I thought he kind of looked like Titus Welliver, like just from the side and with the shape of his head. Let
me look him up.
Just a little bit. But I liked him. I like Russ Thorne as a killer. He's very no nonsense. There's no. I mean, you have the cat and mouse stuff. He is into, he does. We have the slasher trope of staging the bodies.
I love it.
I love that. I always love it. Like,
bro, you got these classic killers who have like no soul in their eyes, like Michael Myers, and a lot of these slashers wear masks. Out of the most famous ones, Freddy Krueger has no mask, but he's in control with his eyes. I'd say like Russ Thorne, the only other guy I can think of off the top of my head is who's the guy from Maniac, the main killer. Like, they both look crazy in the eyes. Like, no one's home. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I think what works a lot with this movie too is like within the first 5 minutes, which I love the scene they introduced the electrician lady, and I love like a cartoonish grip of her into the van.
Yeah.
And then I love like when the boys are walking away, you see her on the back of the van. And then I like the first look you see of Russ Thorne right after this, which is all within 5 minutes, when you see his look in this half of his face looking back with a little half grin at the first girl he goes after. So what I'm long-winded getting at is like, this is a movie where for 75 minutes, they hit you right away. You get exactly what you want, exactly what you expect. But then what you don't expect with like the development and the characters that are females, which I'm sure we're going to get in a little more in a bit.
Yeah, they did a good job. And I mentioned that the characters were fairly one-dimensional, but it didn't really matter in context of the whole movie, because like you said, the movie gave us exactly what we were expecting and exactly what we wanted right up front. And it never really lets off the gas. You get these momentary like downshifts, but it keeps going because the runtime, it's so, once it gets going and ramps up, it's so just bang, 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 bang right down the line. And it all keeps building. That's one thing I like about that hour and 15-minute runtime is there's no downtime really.
It's like a roller coaster.
Right.
And I think like you were saying, it's hard to relate to some of these characters. I heard somebody once say like characters in a slasher movie don't matter, which I think is the biggest bit of bullshit. Because I mean, I can watch a slasher movie, have fun if I don't care about the characters and there's good kills, good practical effects. But if like you really want me to care about these people, at least somebody, like give me something, you know? And I think where it's hard to relate to these one-dimensional characters, they put them in a situation that's relatable. Like, what if somebody crawled through your window? Like, we could be sitting here right now, and if somebody crawled through my window,
I'm on 22. I'm on 420. So if that happens, I'll be pretty shocked.
I'd say, Pete, do a Patreon video for my tribute.
You know what? So saying they're one-dimensional, whatever, you know, the thing about this is that this is going to sound completely off, but I can explain myself. I actually feel that the characters in this movie are more realistic because they don't know they're in a movie. So for example, you're what you're saying, Killer Pizza, is you're saying someone can walk in right now into your house, right? So what are you doing right now? You're just chatting with us. We're not developing our characters. We're not saying, oh, tell me about your background and what you've done as a child and what have you overcome? What difficulties have you overcome in your life? These girls, it's a slumber party. They're just having fun and talking about nothing. They talk about boys. It's nothing. Who cares? Should we order a pizza? What do you want on it? And if you're sitting there and you're saying, well, these characters aren't being developed, what do you want them? This is not Game of Thrones. Like there's no stakes in the slumber party. The slumber party is there to enjoy yourself, have fun, and then the next day you go back to school, and then that's it. There isn't anything in this movie too structured. It's not like Mission Impossible where you have to solve a mission, or there's no mystery to it where there's a crime or something. It's not created that way. Even Friday the 13th is not created that way. Friday the 13th takes place over longer periods of time. This takes place only within the time frame of the movie, so it's almost in real time. And what do you want them to discuss? Not you guys, but I mean general, like what are you expecting to happen? Like you want her to be like, oh, my parents were terrible to me and I've had to overcome this. It's like that kind of thing does not come out in a slumber party situation the way that they're portraying it here. So I would say that the characters are, you could say the acting, sometimes I think people confuse acting with the story. Some of the acting and the delivery might seem a bit off because they're not as experienced actors and they're probably there to be pretty faces. But some of them aren't that bad, but the situations are fine. Like I actually don't have any problem with the way that the characters are. And they're one-dimensional because they're supposed to be at a slumber party. You're not going to expose your soul. You know, when my friends come over, we talk about nothing. It's like, did you watch it? Well, yeah, it was trash. And I thought it was shit. And are we going to order pizza? And then one guy's like, oh, I just want, meat. And we're like, do you want any veggies? No, like we're just talking about nothing. And so we'd be one-dimensional. If they were filming us, they're like, this is a one-dimensional group.
And that, dude, you're a wordsmith, Jay, man. When I was watching like some of these archive videos, which you guys can check out on Wrestling with Horror, man, like when you talked about the aliens protesting the other aliens on outer space, I asked Backwoods Bam that on the car ride home when he was a little sauced up. Like, I just interrupted him and asked him that, and it blew his fucking mind. And I was like, yeah, Jay, man, But
Wait, what? I don't remember anything I say. I just say words and then I go.
Dude, welcome to my world, man. We're peas in the pod right here, man. But I would say, like, to be fair, like when it comes to these characters too, like the lead girl, who would you consider the lead girl? The girl who threw the party, or the girl?
Oh yeah,
sister? Because the lead girl has the opening scene where she puts away the teddy bear, and ignores or misses the alarm clock saying the murder, and the kid throws the paper. Yeah. So like that. At the same time, there's only 75 minutes. You can only tell so much of a character. And I think that part of her character meant a lot when she says she throws away the teddy bear and our little toy teddy bear and tells her parents, I'm only 18. I mean, at our age, guys like to hear that. I'm 18. Like, so young. You're technically still a teenager. And I think like being naive of being a teenager just to overlook that, like, hey, there's a killer on the loose and I'm going to have all my friends over and everything. I don't know why the basketball coach didn't fucking tell them. Like, be careful.
I wouldn't have thought of it. When she was putting away her toys, keep this in mind. She kept one, which is to say, I'm growing up, but I'm not fully there. And
ready to let go.
The one that she kept is probably her favorite one that, you know, she had as the youngest girl. And she's like, oh, this one's a bit special for me. Like, I think I threw away one toy my entire life.
Yeah, everyone's got a teddy.
I've got like everything. I've thrown away nothing. I have my He-Man figure right there that I had as a little kid. But yeah, so they tried.
That tripped me out too, because the parents know that there's an escaped killer on the loose. They're fully aware of that.
I never thought about that, bro. That's a really good point.
Like I made note of that in my notes. I'm like, the parents knew, and they're still like, all right, peace, we're out. And they're just like, lock the doors and the windows. I'm like, there is a serial killer on the loose. They're just like, all right, see, kids, we're out. Like, still have your party. Like, goddamn,
they're invincible, right? Like you're 18, you're invincible. You know what's best. You know, the rules are meant to be broken. I think if they said that there was a killer, it probably would have not mattered. They probably just would have been like, well, the neighbors are looking out for us, and you know, we've got a bunch of girls. Like, what's going to really happen? Why would he come here?
Let me ask you guys, J-Man and Pete, if your parents left town when you were a teenager and you had the spot and you heard there was a serial killer in town, would you still throw a party?
Probably. Probably. I don't know. Like, I don't think I would think to myself, look, there's a bunch of us, right? Like, what's going to really happen? Like, what killer is going to really, you know, come in and try to attack everybody. The thing is, this guy's completely wacko. And this guy knows he's in a movie. So this guy's playing a different role. The killer needs to know he's in a movie because he needs to know that he's walking around cool and he's doing all this. So it's like, it's two different like realms happening at the same time. Like, he knows he's being neat.
You like how this guy's not cool at all at the same time? Like, how
yes, that's what I like about it. He doesn't look cool.
Like, he literally looks like he has a mental deficiency. Yes. You could play that in 1,000 movies. The only other scene I can think of when someone plays it like they're mentally something is when Leatherface kills the girl in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he sits in that front room and just squeals with all the bones and pulls.
Oh, yeah. Well, this girl Valerie here with her sister Courtney. Courtney continues into part 2, by the way.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, it's played by, that's Rachel Bernard, who plays the Courtney character.
She goes to a mental institution.
Right. The other one, yeah. But look at the way that they're talking about garbage nothing. Oh, you like boys and, you know, all this stuff. And then she's on the phone talking nonsense with her boyfriend or whatever the hell it is. It's all a bunch of nonsense talk. And people, that translates into, oh, nothing's going on. But actually, that is what you'd be talking about. You have to write that.
It's normal life. They're
it's
basically
normal
just
life.
living life. And the funniest thing is when she pulled the Playgirl, Courtney, out from under Valerie's bed, you know who's on the cover? Hey, oh, it's me.
The Italian stallion.
You see my little Mustang, huh? You know,
so how realistic do you think, being that this is a woman, writer and director and producer and all that, how realistic do you think it is with what's happened? Because, you know, obviously we've never been to a girls' slumber party. So is this what happens? Like, is this a glimpse into this unknown world? Or is this just like, she knows, is she being meta and saying, this is what guys think happens. Yeah. And here's what guys want to imagine happens. And here's what I'm going to give them. You think?
I feel like me and Pete have snuck up to one of these and been let inside.
You were the two guys.
I mean, for the most part, I mean, they're not just like dancing around like that. But I mean, I went to slumber parties where there was like naked Twister and shit like that. Like that shit. I know Pete was acting like the gay friend, like his whole youth, like try to like flirt with the girls.
I was.
Like I could say stuff like that on your channel.
That was it doesn't matter over here.
Mine, they'll get me, man.
There's nothing over here that's going to offend anybody. I don't think, really.
So, what do you guys think of the aesthetic of Russ Thorne, like his outfit? Do you got this, J-Man?
No.
Oh shit!
You're like the slumber party master. I can't like. See, I like too many things. I also I love superheroes and science fiction and all that. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. No, I don't have that one.
Out of print,
baby. Turn that around again. Yeah,
that is great.
You got the drill, the butcher knife.
That is beautiful.
Is that?
I wish NECA's. I'm not a big toy collector because I know if I get into it, I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to buy every toy.
You are.
But I wish NECA did shit like this again, where they didn't have that damn sleeve over the front. I want to show this shit.
Yeah, I know. They're adding that now, so you can't display it. I have a bunch of ones, and you can't display them properly because they're stuck there. So I either just open them because I don't even care anymore. Like, it's like, when am I going to sell this stuff, and who's going to buy it?
I think if I collect, I'm gonna have to let them breathe, man.
Like there's some of them, and I've got the big Pamela Voorhees. I got the big ones like Ash, Evil Ash, Pamela, Jason from Part 3.
Dude, they got a really cool set coming out through Trick or Treat Studios for Army of Darkness. If you haven't seen
I can't buy any more Army of Darkness stuff.
I got Ash with the chainsaw hand and the boom. I got the NECA. I've got Ash. I've got Ghostface. I have the Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis 2-pack from Halloween 2.
Oh yeah.
That one goes for a bit right now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
I got it on. Oh boy, I got it on sale. It was only $49.99. That's why I bought it, bro.
Don't do that impression, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
No, but I did. I caught it on sale. That's why I picked that one up. And I have Pinhead. I need it. I don't have a NECA Jason Voorhees, and that's my next one. I need to pick up is a Jason.
I got a couple. I bought Roy Burns. I bought the Roy one because I like Part 5, and just to give some love to the Roy character. But
J-Man, top 3 favorite Friday the 13th movies from.
Well, 6 is one. 6 is my favorite. Oh God, I don't know. After that, I really like Part 2 for some reason. I probably like 6, 4, 2, 4, 6, maybe. Oh no, I really like 5. So I'd say 5, 2, 4, 6. I love 5. I don't know. I love 1 to 8. It's hard to like.
The Paramount 8. Honestly, man, I'd say it's a toss up depending on the day between 4 and 6, but I'd probably like 6 more. I think Part 4 is the greatest slasher movie of all time.
I agree with that.
I just love Part 2 so much, man.
I met everybody from Part 4. I met the twins, and when I told the twins by Part 4 theory, it's the perfect because Jason with the mask full appearance, not halfway through he gets it. Like he's got it from the beginning. You've got the teens there, you've got kids there. It's in the forest. He hasn't become like Frankenstein's monster yet. Like everything worked out perfectly. And she's like, "You should have been the PR guy for the movie." I was like, "Yeah, I should have been the PR guy for that."
Isn't it the most satisfying thing when you meet a celebrity from a horror movie and you tell them some slick shit and they find it funny as fuck? I told it's not Tony Todd. It's fucking what's his name from
Tony Todd
that did Leatherface. That was in a freaking Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Ken Foray.
Oh, Ken Ford. Yeah. Oh, he's awesome.
And to break the ice, I was like, man, I think you're the only one to ever whoop Leatherface's ass, but he had to cheat. He's like, he just belly laughed. Whoa, ha, ha. He's like, I would have had his ass too. That cheat. He had to cheat. I would have killed his ass.
I like Part 3 a lot. So I don't know. Like the third Leatherface movie, I thought was awesome. Like
if you compare it to Next Generation, everything comes after it.
I was going to put my Next Generation poster out just to troll. I sometimes put Jason Goes to Hell to troll Pete, and then I put Texas Chainsaw 4 to troll the audience because that's a terrible movie. But what can you do?
You're talking about saying stuff to celebrities. That was like when I met Kane Hodder. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to him about Jason Voorhees. And so what I said to him was, I was like, you were an avenging force as one of the Pentangle goons, and you got killed by Michael Dudikoff, who was supposed to be the canon film Spider-Man. You went on to play Jason Voorhees. I'm like, so is Jason Voorhees confirmed to be in Pentangle? He got a kick out of that. He goes, how do you remember that? I'm like, Avenging Force is one of my favorite movies. He's like, really? I'm like, yes. So he just went off on this canon films like story about like doing stunts for American Ninja 2 and shit like that. And he's like, remember the scene where they flip the Jeep over and the guy's getting drugged behind the Jeep? I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, that was me getting drugged behind the Jeep. And he goes, then I had to flip the Jeep over in the next scene.
I love the first two American Ninjas are both great, and then 3, 4, and 5 are like, they're okay. Steve James is back, and then Dudikoff's back for 4. But
J-Man, is that the movies that have the set through Kino?
The American Ninja?
Yeah.
No. Those are the ones through Kino are going to be Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3: The Dominate. I've bought Ninja 3: The Domination 7,000 times. I'm not buying any more of it. I literally have like 2 or 3 Blu-rays. I have a VHS, a DVD. I can't. And Revenge of the Ninja, I can't buy anymore. Like, it's. Are you
going to get the Death Wish box set?
I've bought Death Wish. Each movie I bought 2 or 3. I'm done. Like, whatever I have now, Blu-ray I'm done.
That's how I am with the Rambo movies. They announced.
I bought them 100 times, so I can't buy any more Rambo.
I'm buying no more Rambos. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done with Rambo. I can't buy any more. I have 4,000 movies. I sold 800. Like, I can't get.
Well, next time you're selling some, let me know.
I'll let. I sold them for like $1 each. It's
I'll lowball you. I'll lowball you more.
Yeah, but it's ones that you don't want. It was just bullshit movies like comedies and things that my wife had that she didn't want. Nothing that you would want. I looked up Texas Chainsaw in 2013.
I know we definitely got off track with this movie, but I think anybody who's watching this, something that I think I could fill in the blanks with is just that you were kind of covering this earlier, J-Man, talking about like the quality of this movie, and like this movie shot good. There's good kills. There's like ironic scenes. There's a lot of stuff you would want in a horror movie, which horror movies were never respected from the first start.
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to understand not every movie needs to be Schindler's List or Shawshank Redemption. There's movies that are bad that are good. There's movies that are bad, and movies that are bad that are very bad. But there's stuff like this, as we call them, popcorn movies that you could just throw on with a group of buddies and everything and watch it. And especially at 75 minutes, it's like everybody knows the second act in the film is notoriously, it's either filler or important information, but normally the boring part of the film.
Right.
But this movie goes 30 minutes hot in the beginning, 30 minutes hot at the end. So what are we left? Like 15 minutes of filler, and that filler is like dead bodies falling out of refrigerators and shit like that,
Yep.
I thought, what did you guys? I liked all of the girls. Like even Diane, like the sort of the bitch or whatever. She's really not really even that bad at all. Like they're low key, just fine girls. Like I don't see them that they need to be killed. Like usually there's those particular girls, like that. You're like, oh yeah, she's getting nailed, right? But like you're kind of like, I kind of like these girls. Like
she kind of has a point, man, because it's supposed to be girls' night. Like,
yep.
If us three were going to meet up on the stream, and then I was about to like say somebody's name that I don't like.
No, don't.
There
won't be anyone I know. So
I was going to say something as a joke, but like many people I could name, but like people would take that seriously. But like, yeah, it's like Pete, you seen that photo with all the free birds and everything?
Yep.
Then I will say name. Little Cody jumped in. It's like, bitch, you ain't a free bird. Get out. That's an inside joke.
Okay.
And he deserves it, man. He'd been kind of. I digress.
She's having a lollipop.
Courtney.
Boys looking at Playgirl and having a lollipop. Yep. They're all wearing designer shirts too. I didn't really pick up on that before. When I watch these movies for these streams, I write notes. So then I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they're all wearing designer shirts. Oh, here's Diane sneaking off to talk cutesy with her boyfriend.
Who do you guys think the most attractive girl in this movie is for you? Who do you like the most?
The blonde in the blonde, long blonde hair with the USA.
Hey, unanimous 3 votes.
Yeah, easy.
Something about the jersey and the nice legs and shit too.
Yeah, the whole thing is good. Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah. It's either her. The second for me would be Valerie, the neighbor.
Yeah.
She was.
She literally had the girl next door kind of deal to her.
Yep. She wasn't
new.
Not
much charisma, nothing, but didn't need it. You knew her role. Not much dialogue, but.
It's odd, and oddly enough, the main girl is the one who's nude in the very beginning. She
Trish.
survives, which is slightly off trope, like off rules a little bit. But and the neighbor, okay, so you never saw her nude, so you knew she was going to survive, and of course the little girl Courtney would have survived, right?
But
But,
they
like,
also, Trish smoked pot too.
she
Remember?
did a
They
lot of
had Wowie Wowie, and that pervy ass neighbor who snuck. That dude straight snuck into the fucking house and he took that Barbie doll. Remember?
yeah.
She threw the Barbie doll away. He took it out of the trash, and then his ass snuck in the house and he had it on him when Russ killed him because he fucking meat cleavered it to the door.
Yeah.
The door frame.
Dude, an off-screen kill isn't the worst when the person who wanted to get it the most gets the off-screen kill.
Yeah, the neighbor was like the only one I wanted to see get killed because he gave off like really weird like creeper vibes. You know what I mean? Like he was way too comfortable. Like, yeah, I'll look after him.
He
like,
kind of was thrown in like a red herring, which you didn't need one because, like we talked about at the beginning of the stream, the killer shows up right away.
Yeah, there's no need for a red herring at that point. Like when you've already shown us who the killer is. I mean, yeah, it might be this guy. No, I'm pretty sure it's the guy that we saw kill the girl 5 minutes into the movie and then kill another girl 2 minutes later. Which that one was off screen too.
So in a lot of regards too, when we're going through this movie, I don't know how far along you guys are with it, and if anybody watching this is watching along, if you are, tell PD's gay. But we get to a point where they realize something's up and they have the boyfriends inside.
Right.
This is about where we're at, right? What do you guys think about the pizza delivery scene? Because that's probably one of the more iconic scenes. It looks like what's his name from Puppet Master with the like drill eyes, or it looks like
Graded them, yeah. I mean, I wrote a note. I love that the girl eats some of the pizza anyways later. Yes. Because she's hungry and I don't know what you want. Firstly, I love pizza. So I would definitely probably say, let me just grab a quick slice.
Bro, that might actually be the second most attractive woman in there, especially talking about voluptuous. But like, she's a couple of reasons for that. She's one girl that has no story. She wasn't in the locker room with them before because they're great. Never mind.
She survived longer than I thought because she was just an insert character. It's like, oh, here she is. It's like, who's this? Like, she was named, I'm sure, but I don't think I wrote her name down, or at least I don't.
That is one of the because this is a movie. I think when I think about it, this is a movie that plays it straight so well, but can have fun with it too. Especially
there is intentional humor, like what Pete said, with the like or whatever. It's like banging on the thing, and then just as they look, they kind of like she moves away.
And how serious it gets, and the score is something I want to mention too. Doesn't this kind of remind you of The Burbs a little bit,
dude?
The organs.
Which I was just watching The Burbs before we started the stream.
Yeah, you told me, man.
I was just watching The Burbs. I love that movie. And yes, the organ is very similar. And I have in my notes here, hang on a second.
Because while you're looking them up, I'd say a lot of times an organ like this in a certain horror movie or movie in general can throw the whole movie off, because this movie could have been really good with a completely different take on a soundtrack, in my opinion. But I think the organ and dark stuff worked probably mostly because they didn't use it too often. No, it kind of was like talking about Frankenstein. It's like when Frankenstein's monster summons or like a zombie comes from the grave, they only kind of played that organ when you knew something bad was lingering. Whether it was the idea of it or the killer actually Russ Thorne showing up.
This movie was scored by Ralph Jones, who also did Made to Order and Love Letters. So he worked a lot with Amy Holden Jones and Rita Mae Brown.
Have you guys seen any interviews from the director, Amy Holden Jones?
I haven't.
I saw whatever's on the Blu-ray, which
so
when I bought the Blu-ray 100 years ago or whatever, whenever it came out. So I haven't watched it recently. I don't remember everything.
So check that out sometime, Pete. The interviews. And J-Man, if you want to revisit it, it's whatever. But just you could tell from somebody's like the way they carry themselves, the way they speak, their timing, like you could tell she just didn't give no fuck. She was like, I'm not sexist, I'm not hating on, I'm not feminist. Like was my foot in the door, and let's make a movie. And apparently they wanted her to make it more like feminist or some shit. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comments, I think so. I think she was like, no, this is what they want. This is what they're going to get. They're going to get a titty slasher movie.
You have to commit yourself to the project and to what you're making. This is why things are failing now, because there is such a thing as a target audience, and they're going to be the audience that comes back and like people watch this movie and they're going to watch it again and again. A lot of these got played through rentals because people kept renting it again. I mean, I remember when Bad Taste had come out, Peter Jackson, and I rented that so often that I just went to the video store and I said, "Can I just buy this from you?" And the guy actually sold me it, the VHS tape. He's like, "You've rented it like 8 times." I'm like, "I've already paid for this." Like back then, movies were like $80 or whatever to rent it. Yep. But anyway, no, you'd rent Slumber Party over and over again. You'd be, "Oh, that was like really fun." We rent it again. And you rented it because it gave you exactly what you wanted. There was a promise that it was made. It was delivered. Unlike movies where they give you a promise of something and then, there's the bait and switch thing. But it's not even that. Even if they deliver what they're promising, the people making it don't care about what the genre is. I'm a superhero guy. I've never read Spider-Man comics, but I'm going to make the Spider-Man movie. Well, then you're probably not the one who should make this. Like, I can make a slasher movie right now, no problem. I'm not a big fan of haunted house movies, but I can make them because I've seen enough of like haunted movies. I can make one. But if you're asking me to make something that I've never seen or don't care about, I'm just not going to put my heart into it. So this is exactly like, I can't think of a better Slumber Party Massacre. Yeah. If I said, I saw the remake. Did you see the remake, KP, or no? No. It's brutal. I saw it. Yeah. It's brutal. But like, they didn't understand what they were making. And the fact is, this movie should be hated by some people. Some people might should watch this and be like, "Oh, this is gross and stupid, and you're an idiot for liking it." Good.
Like Revenge of the Nerds is considered.
Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, yeah,
It was good.
Yeah, it's like you should not like it, because then it's like, okay, it can't be liked by everybody. It's not going to happen. Anybody remember Movie Guy?
I have an unopened Blockbuster VHS cassette.
No, J man, you remember, like, I think a good example of that is like who directed Freddy vs. Jason? It was Ronnie Wu.
No, not
Freddy vs. Jason is what's his name? The Asian guy.
John Woo.
No. John Woo directed it. That would have been sick. It's like double head.
Ronnie Wu, right?
Ronnie Wu.
Yeah.
And what did he do before they did Bride
with White Hair, which was
actually really, really good.
Bride of Chucky. And
I think back in the day, in the video store days, you could mass produce shit with a cool cover, and it is what it is. I mean, Full Moon Entertainment and all that shit, Empire made a killing off that. And I think the biggest thing nowadays, not to get too like political with like the way the movies are made, is like, you would have to have directors that would do a horror movie to try to get their foot in the door and do the best job they could do. And nowadays, it's like back when we would watch movies, because granted, a lot of films could make their money back on DVD sales, rentals, and shit like that. But like, it was hard to get an opportunity. And it's like, now that we have so many streaming services and you need so much content, they're pulling for more people to put content out, regardless of how good of the content that it is. But back in the day, there were so many limited spaces on cable TV and premium TV, the video store, direct to video, whatever it may be, to get funded, that it was way harder to like get your passion project put onto a fucking video shelf. So that, I think that's why there's so many fucking passionless remakes and bullshit that comes out on streaming. It's like, there's no competition. It's like, they need shit, they put it out. And it's like, if people, that's why I applaud like A24 as much as shit they get. Like, at least they put out original shit.
Yeah, some of it hits and some of it misses. I had $5. My video store was a mom and pop place, Chinese people, and it was 5 movies, $5, 5 days. And I would rent everything. I would rent anything. And for every 5, you'd get one really, like, I rented it's like Wheels of Terror, Evil Laugh, let's say Slumber Party, maybe Lone Wolf and Cub or whatever, Shogun Assassin or whatever. And it's like, you're like, okay, a couple of these were awesome. He has that Evil Laugh. Yeah, wow. That is a weird one to have. That is the first example of a horror movie fan in the movie where he pretends to be dead because there's all the bodies are everywhere, and he pretends to be dead.
Is Evil Laugh the one where he's playing basketball with the dude's head against the zombies at the end, or am I tripping?
No. That is what I know that movie.
I know
that's
too.
not I was a teenage. Is that I was a teenage zombie? Maybe not.
Oh,
Anyways, Evil Laugh is the one with the dishwashing gloves killer, and like at the end, the guy scares her, and then she kills him. It's so outrageous. Anyways, I rented that. Nobody saw that movie. I watched it. I thought this is pretty fun, but that's how it was. You can't discover anything anymore because Netflix, as soon as you watch, like my wife and I watch Mission Impossible. So we watched the series. So we watch Mission Impossible. Next day you log into Netflix or whatever, and all of your recommendations are this kind of thing. Like if you like Mission Impossible, here's the 400 different clones of this formula. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't feel like watching that today. I want to watch a different thing today. Then I got to spend all day up and down with your arrows on your remote. Okay. And then you end up not watching anything. And then I threw Blade on. Like I couldn't find anything to watch. So I watched Wesley Snipes' Blade for like the 400th time. It's like, okay, I'll just watch Blade again.
Dude, I told Pete, and Pete's probably thinking he created a monster by having us meet each other, talk about movies.
Probably.
Can't stop. I can't stop. But I applied to like ESPN Plus to watch the Royal Rumble.
Right.
And it said, you have Disney Plus too. So I went to Disney Plus, and
Right.
I was logged in somehow on my TV by my sister, who hasn't lived in this house in half a decade. And then I went on and it showed like, oh, I have WWE pay-per-view access through this. Like, cool. So I already have my shit. I want to run it out. So what's the first thing I do? I watch all the Mighty Ducks movies.
Right.
And then I heard that they had that new series, like 2 seasons of like the Mighty Ducks, Power Ducks, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Wow, I never even heard of
I
that.
looked it up. Yeah, they have a live action TV show with all the original cast members.
What?
Emilio Estevez. Google it right now on your computer.
That's crazy. Yeah, I believe you.
And I was like, oh, I'll tell you, it was a Disney Plus original. And I looked it up, not there. And I Googled, where can I watch da-da-da-da-da-da? Nowhere. Currently, you can't watch nowhere. Well, what the fuck, man? So I got TV shows too, man, like Imagination Land, or the episode where they show the Muslim guy in South Park, censored. The episode where they have Michael Jackson on The Simpsons, censored. The episode where Oprah Winfrey gets pregnant by Dave Chappelle and Chappelle Show, censored.
Right.
Dude,
yeah, so that's the other problem.
That's the problem with streaming. That's what I was just going to say is that's why physical media is the way to go, because nobody can censor that. Nobody can censor your copy of that. And that's why I want to get, you're talking about TV shows. I want to get the box set of WKRP in Cincinnati. The one that's on Amazon has the, because I love WKRP, that has the original music on it. Not the bullshit royalty free, faux rock tracks that they use in the version that is redone.
Well, Pete, even in wrestling, man, certain theme songs, you go back on the network, if there is a network now.
Yeah.
Try to watch any original ECW if you can even find it.
Oh, dude.
None of the original music.
No, we watched Holiday Hell 95. We did a live stream of that. And it was on Peacock. And all of the music is changed. I'm like, oh, sweet. Here comes this. Wait, who the fuck? Whose music? And then you look and it's like Rob Van Dam. And I'm like, they're using this WWE theme. Like one of a kind. I'm like, yeah, that's not Walk by Pantera. Enter Sandman. That's not Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Or, that original theme to the show, like, I don't mean to impersonate guitar chords, but like, when, the high-pitched guitar chord.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers, we're getting old, man. I remember, like, when I used to first watch CW, you would go to the preview channel on basic cable on your RCA TV, and you have to scroll through the preview channel and have every 90 minutes available. And it wouldn't even list when ECW's coming on. You just know, like, oh, it's channel, like, it'd always be 1 through 10, something.
Right. You have to figure it out, yeah.
I would have a second VCR plugged into my actual VCR with a tape in it, 2 tapes. And I would wait for ECW to come on. I'd sit Indian style on the ground. And the second it started, record. And right when it went to commercial, I was one of these guys. I wish I had these tapes still. I would rewind back.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Right.
All the commercials.
Wow. That's dedicated.
Nowadays, it might be sacrilegious to actually do that. People like watching the commercials.
It's funny because it's the product of the time. You could see what was what was out there.
I did the same thing because I've got a ton of Nitro and Raw and some ECW pay-per-views on VHS, but I would pause the commercials when I would record it. And now it's like some of the VHSs I have where I would just let the tape run as I'm watching them on my VCR. I'm like, man, these commercials are dope. Like,
yeah, that's fun to
the old school Taco Bell commercials and shit. When, you know what I mean? Like they were cool. Like when the movie Congo came out, they had a huge like promote. And I love Congo. I don't give a fuck.
For sure. It's got Bruce Campbell in it, so it's automatically good.
That movie has low key the best cast.
I know it's crazy.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like Congo?
Congo is the line in the sand, man. He's gonna turn on me in wrestling and shit because I like Congo.
It's all because of Congo.
The funny part, man, spoiler alert, if someone's turned on someone, you know which way it's going.
No.
Wait for 10 years, bro. No one ever turned on me.
Kick him through the barbershop window or whatever.
We need to do that.
He did try to escape. What
an act of
cowardism.
Oh man, I cried my eyes out on that. Okay, so hold on. Do we want to talk about this part 2 and 3, or do you anything else to say on part 1?
Let's get to the end of the movie. If anyone wants to.
Wait,
Jay, man, wrap it up.
I like the gym teacher.
Wait, I've been waiting to share this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hang on. I've been waiting to share this because we talked about how cool the scene was. I'm not going to share the audio, but here we'll just it's the Pizza Man scene.
Oh yeah, very famous.
Yeah, the effect on that is fucking fantastic.
We can get through the rest of this movie pretty quick because we've been on here a minute. I think honestly the people like to hear us just bullshit. Granted, I'm the first time person on the show from my experiences.
Oh no, they do. They do.
I would say that there's a lot of people scaring each other for absolutely no reason. That always happens, like someone scares you, but there's a lot of it. It's like everyone.
See, guys, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when, like, the part that shows like feminism the most. Maybe not necessarily more like women pride, but like I love that they do make the men look a little weak. Because it's not patronizing. It's like if all three of us look back like how we were like in high school or whatever, and we're trying to like hit on the cool girls and we crash their party, like we'd probably beat the dorks too. I mean,
well, they don't mature as fast.
I mean, two of the three of us have glasses on.
I've been wearing glasses since grade 2.
I know, I'm just joking, but I love the scene where like they're scared to go, and then like the one guy's got like the smallest little kitchen knife, and like two girls just start groping up on one dude, like, "Oh, you got this," and the other girl, they're kissing him on his neck, and they're like, "That's such a guy thing." Like that's where I love that it's flipped around because they're like, "I guess we'll go out there and try to fight," and I will say, I personally think the most brutal killing, besides the very last one in the entire movie, is the guy who gets stabbed on and off while the main girl is watching the horror movie and can't hear it. For one, that's a really cool fucking visual where she can't hear because she's watching this old horror movie, but like you're not really seeing the knife go into this kid every time, but it's flashing back between Russ Thorne's face, the kid struggling, the girl inside watching the TV, what's on her TV. So it's kind of like flashing, absorbing around like a lot. And when you really think about it, and because they have the sound of the stabbing is still there through all of it, he probably stabbed them like 20, 30 times. And in my opinion, I'd rather be shot once or twice or whatever the fuck it is than stabbed 30, 40 times like that. Much true crime, man. That is fucking brutal. And a good effect too. Another comedy part, when he's counting the bodies in his trunk. That's so fucking stupid but funny.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. I think that's kind of dumb, but it's fun. I love it. But I love more so the kid that got fucked up real bad, like crawling back door, like shows you one more person we might not have been invested in. Like, oh, they're pussies. They went out there though. They tried to fight.
Yeah, he just took a drill to his shoulder in the garage after Diane's body fell out of the rafters with a hole in her forehead. That was cool when she got in the car, too, and she was talking to her boyfriend, John, and his head just fucking fell off. And then they had that little cat and mouse around the garage with her and Russ until he got her with a drill. So did the coach end up dying? Because she got like slashed in the gut, but I didn't see if she got like fully what is that? When disemboweled.
So before that scene, there's a scene where they go board up the room upstairs, which I think is fun to show the pink in the room, the curtains, and show like the girliness of it and how scared and vulnerable they are, and him coming in taking advantage of them. There's so many innuendos in this movie, mostly including like the poster. But I love how silently he comes into the room. And J-Man and Pete, what do you guys think about two things? Like the blood effects. I love the blood down the sideburn. You can see it on the image on the camera. But I always wondered about like the blood on his arms. It looks like there's a weird look to it. In this shot,
it looks greasy.
Yeah. It almost looks Italian, not red enough, not thick enough.
Yeah, it's possible they just, it's like it kind of dried up, or it wasn't, it wasn't staying on. Maybe they didn't use the wrong amount of corn syrup or something, or I don't know, like not enough of the
like in the finger between the
fingers. I see what you're saying.
But
I think I do like the blood. I do like the blood effects. I mean, I like the 80s blood. Now they use CGI blood in all these, especially in action movies. Everybody gets shot or stabbed, and it's like a CGI effect blood. I hate that. I prefer seeing some kind of tangible thing, but it looks. I like this. I like this scene of him coming up behind them or whatever, and he looks cool. I think like when you're into the movie, it's only if you've seen it multiple times and scrutinize it. Like, people making these movies are not thinking, well, in 2026, 3 guys are going to scrutinize the crap out of this and watch scenes over and rewind and pause and who is that and then research who that, like they're not thinking that. They're like, okay, it's a one-time watch in the theater, maybe a couple of home video rentals, and then that's it. It's a cult following. This is still in the early stages of all of that becoming some sort of a thing. It's usually looking back saying, that has a cult following. So they're just like, look, it looks good enough for me. It gets the job done.
To be honest, like if I was like directing it, God knows what I would be saying. But like, I mean, I think it looks cool. I think you said it best. But like those eyes, bro, I love that he has a bit of gray hair. He doesn't really look like anybody else you've ever seen in a horror movie necessarily either. He just has not like it's a weird look. He's just like might have some type of ethnicity. I can't tell. A little darker skin.
Is he Italian or something?
Yeah, he looks kind of Italian.
I was going to say Mediterranean, definitely.
Or something like that. In the Canadian tuxedo, which I was heartbroken that you made fun of earlier, J-Man, seeing how that's one of your own. I live in Canada. That's all you see me wearing, bro.
the president of Levi Strauss.
Put me in a video game and put me in a wrestling game, and I'm building.
We did wear jean jackets. Yeah, I don't have one. I actually don't have one right now, but I was actually looking the other day at getting one. I was like, I don't have a jean jacket.
Actually, fun fact, Pete, I would have suggested that we wore jean jackets because I've always worn a jean jacket when I wrestle. But when I teamed with JJ, I had him wear a jean jacket, and when I retired him by almost breaking his neck, I figured the jean jackets are down. Time to move on to leather vest.
Yep.
The jean jacket. Yeah, I think the jean jackets. It's over. I think they had a missed opportunity, and I thought of this only today, which is it would have been neat if all of the women were killed by the drill, but all of the men were killed with other weapons, not the drill, to signify the drill as the penis, which gets cut at the end.
And that doesn't have the power.
That would have been interesting. That would have been an interesting thing to have just in the background for someone to notice. Because I started to think, I'm like, did he only use the drill on the women and then the men got other, but no, he did drill some of them too. So that's a missed opportunity. But I mean, who's going to think that meta or whatever? Like at the time,
what do you think about the technique of him like laying down under the blanket? Like,
brilliant! I wrote
that was so dope. Yep, I had that in my notes. I was like, in one of the smartest killer moves I've ever seen. he just lays the fuck down and covers up, and he's like, he lets a homegirl walk in, shit walks right up, uncovers him, and he's like, surprise. She put up a good fight. I had to share this too because this is where I am in the movie, where she's just like, I'm eating some of this pizza off the dead guy. I don't care. He's a fucking table now. He's part of the furniture.
So
Pete, you've seen the whole movie though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is intentionally funny. This is not like The Room or something where they think they're making a drama. She knows this is pretty funny. It's like, look, the pizza's there. It's still good pizza. You didn't, bleed on it or barf on it or something. So like, I'm gonna eat on it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, they turn him into a table. This is hilarious. It's very clever and funny. Look how appalled they are. Look at their faces where he froze it. They're like, oh my God, like, what are you doing?
Be one of the best selling NECAs, I guarantee. We talk about double packs and shit. I showed you guys this one. What if you had the three girls in the pizza scene, all three?
Oh, that's brilliant.
That would be fun. I'd buy it. I would buy that.
It's so neat. This movie has a cult following, and it has 2 sequels, and actually Sorority House Massacre 2 is also a sequel. And then they had the remake. So there's a lot, and then there's other massacre movies which kind of emulate this. But you could have done a 3-pack of the 3 killers. That would have been very interesting to have the slumber party killers. You have the guitar guy, and you have that preppy guy, or that. Well, I gotta spoil it for Pete when he watches it. I mean,
it sucks, man.
I like part 3. I know. I like part 3.
I like the characters better in part 3.
I totally agree. I thought the characters were pretty good. I liked them, and I liked the psychotic mental case guy who's just ludicrously insane, almost comically insane, but
Ukrainian guy.
Yeah, he was great. His hair, complete opposite. I think they're saying let's go complete opposite from Russ. And
the first movie's a slasher, the second movie's like a supernatural, and the last one is like a whodunit.
A whodunit. Yeah. I part 2 is my weakest, only because for literally 50 minutes there is no killing, and all of the murders happen in the last 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. And during that 1 hour or almost 1 hour, there's only one nude scene with one girl just for 1 second showing her thing, and then that's it.
And,
like,
and
really?
the broad in the blue bikini was a Playmate of the Year. In their contract, she didn't go topless.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That one bikini scene they're talking about, the one good looking girl.
Right.
And Pete, who's the who the driller killer is in part 2?
The guy who looks like the Deuce and Domino tag team.
Who owned the Tigers and Little Caesars and all that shit?
Mike Ilitch.
It's his son.
Seriously?
Yep.
No shit. The actor
he's got 3 or 4 acting credits, and that's one of them.
Wow. He doesn't do much except for dance around. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of part 2.
I hate. You said it earlier. You don't like musicals. I like Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny and Grease.
That's a great. No, I don't particularly. I love Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite movies. If that's a musical, like I love Pick of Destiny also. But yeah, I like some musicals, but I'm not like dying over them. Grease is okay. I have to watch. I've seen it. I saw it once.
Fighting terms, bud. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I saw it once. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I should try it again. I grew up
watching it.
Yeah, no. I love this fridge thing where they open the fridge and she's there, and the body's there, and they close it again, and then it's more, and then it's more, and then it comes fully out. That is super funny.
Yeah, poor traumatized Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, she finds the fucking hot blonde and is shoved in the fridge, because I'm like, there's got to be a good payoff for this, because I'm like, they're not going to stage the body in the refrigerator and have somebody not find it. Like when she opened it and closed, I'm like, that bitch is going to open. It's going to, yep, there it goes. Like,
oh, there she is. Yeah.
You said she was scared. The girl in the movie was scared.
Courtney. Yeah. When that body fell
out
of the
man. She was a preteen, probably what, 12 or 13.
Yeah, in reality,
this is where shit gets really serious right here too.
Yep.
I mean, what do you guys think of the final kill?
I thought it was dope. I thought like him climbing out of the pool, at the end, because you think he's dead because he took that one to the gut. Yeah. Cuts his
Loses
fucking
the
hand
hand.
off.
The arm it's
That was
funny when
cool.
like the movie isn't like doesn't have the best practical effects or that much. I guess it has a pretty good amount, but it's just funny. Like my favorite movie of all time is Return of the Living Dead, and people are like, it's really gory, and I'm like, it really isn't. Like Brian Peck, the guy who's a pedophile, gets his brains bit out, and Scuzz gets his brain bit out, and I mean that's pretty much it, really. Everyone else is just drooling blood the whole time.
Linnea Quigley dances naked on the tombstone, right?
Ain't no blood there. No, I got 3 autographs in front of me right now. I'm at her
Yeah,
twice.
she always goes to the shows, but it's like, what do you get her to sign? I own everything. It's like
Yeah.
we reviewed Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers not that long ago.
See this, J-Man?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful. That's the VHS, and that's the clamshell where they cut the car. I always hated when they did that, but that is awesome. Look at that.
You signed it. This is an original copy.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Hang
that's
on,
clamshell box.
Yep.
Beautiful. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but J-Man, you see who signed it?
A whole bunch of people. I can't see with my just reading out. Tell me who got. There's like 4 or 5 on there.
Linnea Quigley, Patricia Beverly, who played Spider,
Miguel Nunez.
Yeah, Miguel Nunez, and I had who the fuck played Chuck in there too? Because he's one of the lesser characters too. John,
I don't have too many VHS. Yeah, that's all. I think I've got a VHS.
And Tom Matthews too, but
Tom Matthews, yeah, he never comes to he never comes to Canada. Like
he's kind of awkward every time I met him. I won't lie.
Oh,
The guy who played the dude, I heard. You ever heard stories about like you ever watch Pizzol and stuff like that, and stories about like
I watch his channel.
Nunez Jr. He's one of the coolest guys I ever fucking met. I was so worried. I heard he was an asshole, and he was so fucking cool. And the guy who played Chuck as well. I think like it's fun to meet a guy who played Chuck in Return of the Living Dead because are you a fan of the movie? Obviously,
I love it. Yeah, I love the first 3.
And Chuck like kind of goes back with Jules in that building, and I just like told Chuck like how cool he was and how smart he was for like going to that room and like ducking out, and he was underrated. And then we talked about our favorite punk rock concerts we ever went to for like 20 minutes after that, and I was like,
that's awesome. Yeah, some of the guys are really cool. Like. And I find like like I go on Sundays to the Niagara Falls one, and like I've talked to like people for like long time, like Sleepaway Camp, like what's her name, Felicia Rose. I talked to her for so long.
She's probably the nicest celebrity I've ever met.
Yeah, ever. She's like super crazy nice. But I do have Return of the Living Dead Part 3 signed by Brian Yesna, and I met Melinda Clark as well.
If you ever want to sell it,
zero. Linda Clark was like my number 1 top favorite. Like she'd be like she was like the top of the totem. So I got my photo op with her is terrible because I didn't know what photo ops were. It was the first one I ever got, and I looked like a complete loser in it. Plus, I was 100 pounds heavier, so I'm a super it was like really brutal. I'm like, but I can't lose the picture because it's so good. She looked good. I feel that,
bro.
So, okay, but
let me ask you guys one more thing before we get back to the actual movie we're talking about. Who would be the one female celebrity that if you were to meet them, hypothetically, like joking wise, that you would like faint? Like 1, 2.
I don't think
me personally. I'll start and I'll leave it at this. I'll probably say if I stood next to Barbara Crampton, I think I might just faint.
She comes to the shows. She's come before, to Canada. She's awesome.
I bet she has.
She still looks pretty good.
Pete caught it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I don't know. I can't think of anybody. I'm not too. I don't get too.
The woman from Candyman, Part 1 would be nice.
Virginia Madsen.
Yeah, and what's the girl's name from the 1990 Night of the Living Dead? What did the sun?
Barbara.
Yeah, she did the sound effects and Darkness and Creep Show 2.
Yeah, she was in Star Trek. She's cool. Yeah, she's a great final girl.
Yeah,
Barbara in the remake is a great final girl. Barbara in the original,
one of the greatest movies of all time. Night of the Living Dead Part remake.
The remake. I still got to do a review of that.
You got to have me and fucking J-Man on that shit.
We could. I love that movie.
Remember Tony Todd? God damn you!
That's
God
awesome.
damn all of
That-
you!
the video I wanted to do. I wanted to more focus on Tony Todd's Ben character because I thought he was so fucking good in that movie. Like
Yeah,
He's
he
got
was
that
really
Jake
good.
the Snake Roberts, Samoa Joe kind of like charisma when he gives a
Mhm.
delivery where he can say, "I just seen something I know I couldn't have seen," and the way they seen it, it's like, man,
Yep.
when somebody's got the conviction, they're fucking acting, man. That's why some of the best are the best, you know.
Right. Lark likes Slumber Party Massacre. I mean, the Elvis rock guy is neat, but he doesn't. I just watched it today. I've seen it many times. I just watched it. I watched it today. I watched 2 and 3 today back to back for this stream, and literally nothing happens like for 50 minutes. And I was like, wow. I remember like the drilling parts are pretty good, and his guitar is a cool weapon, but that's all that movie has is that weapon. Otherwise, it doesn't have much going for it, in my opinion.
I got my female celebrity. I had to think
Okay.
about it for a minute. Jensen Daggett, who played Rennie in Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
I had.
All right, I got Deborah Voorhees.
Yeah.
Oof. Yep.
What do you guys think about the Cell Job by Russ Thorne when he gets his arm cut off?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the payoff right there. Like,
Yep.
That's a real life cell.
Yep. Oh, here's Blondie. She's about to get killed in the bedroom scene. They hit Russ in the head.
I'm with you, I think, because I'm like I'm at 1 hour and 13 minutes. So he's just coming out of the pool now.
Yeah, he just shanked Blondie in her USA jersey.
Oh, I know, that's very upsetting.
Damn, I just now realized we're doing a watch along. I've just been talking about the movie.
The only reason I watch it is just so it gives me ideas as I'm watching it. Too reminds me of
You
things.
did say that in the
yeah.
deal. Man, you guys both watched my last YouTube video, which I appreciate it. Killer
Yes.
Pizza videos. If anyone wants to check
Links
it
in the
out.
description.
If not, read my sleeping mask. Like I said, man, too many times in horror movies, people don't appreciate or it's not sold up like what actually fucking happened. Like think of like Leprechaun or Hellraiser. Like when that's all said and done, you're the last survivor. Like what are you going to tell the police?
Yep.
Right.
That's why I like slash movies. I've heard at times people that aren't into horror like home invasion movies, like what do they call them? The Strangers.
Yep.
I've never seen any.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, a lot of people. Let me throw this at you, J Man and Pete. I feel like a lot of people, casual horror fans, gravitate towards like paranormal, found footage movies or home invasion movies because that's what they think of when it comes to horror.
Right.
Somebody breaking into my house or my house haunted by a ghost, which is fine. I guess I'm just a vampire with room darkened and curtains, and I don't think about any of that. I don't give a fuck,
Right.
and I just kind of gravitate more towards the slashers.
Same.
Yeah, me too. I like the slasher. I don't like my thing is that this will be. I don't believe in ghosts or any of that stuff. And so to me, yeah, no, none of it.
Well, hey Pete, we got a whole nother stream with.
I know.
Yep.
You got. I know. We've already had this.
We convinced J-Man that ghosts are real.
Oh, there's my family has been trying for 48 years. Razorback is awesome. Yeah, Havoc. That's a great movie. No, so like I call it paranormal inactivity. I sat there and I'm like, nothing's happening. And the thing is, see, my cousin really likes these because she believes, and to her that's very scary and horror. I'm like, it's like, oh look, the door closed. I'm like, perfect. The spirit closes the door for me. That's awesome. That I don't have to worry about closing my door every time. Like to me, these spirits just cause minor inconveniences, like they move your keys around or something. Right. So it's like, to me, for a ghost story to work for me, I have to really invest in like the characters and the situations that they're being put through. Like I love Exorcist 3. I do like Exorcist 1, but I prefer Exorcist 3 because there is an element.
Exorcist 3 is better than part 1.
I agree. 100%. But part 1 is part 1, and respect to that. Okay. But I prefer that where it's not just the ghosts, the possessions going on. There's also an element of this person is dangerous because innocent people are now being killed as well. Like my friend always says for Exorcist Part 1, Reagan is possessed. Okay, so who cares? Like, let's say she's possessed. Is she going to grow up and get a job and be a possessed waitress? And I don't get it. Like, I don't. Maybe I missed something.
Let me ask
you.
You
Know what I mean?
I don't mean to cut you off, brother. I just
yeah. Go ahead.
So this is a theory I've been thinking about for a long time.
Right.
Do you think in The Shining, Jack Torrance seen ghosts, or do you think he just was losing his mind because he was having cabin fever and no one to talk to, and he was stuck writing his shit? And I think it's pretty fun both ways.
I think it's I prefer to think that he did see the ghosts because I think that's just cooler. I like ghosts. I like all that stuff because it's neat to me. Like I like 13 Ghosts, right? Both like the old one and the new one. But like I do like them. I'm just not like super dying over them. And I don't find anything scary. Like nothing has ever scared me. Like zero. I don't get scared in these movies. I don't get freaked out even as a little kid. I don't have nightmares about them. It's just I just watch them as cool movies.
Lying, bro.
No,
I had nightmares when I was a kid, dude.
No, I had nightmares, but not from that. My nightmare was that someone was knocking on my door.
Tell me you ain't watching no fucking horror movie in your room and everyone's asleep and you gotta go get a drumstick, ice cream cone, and you go, the fuck was that?
No, oh god, no.
Creeps in the night.
No, oh gosh, no. No, I know, not at all.
I'm about to haunt your fucking house. I'm about to grab a Ouija board tomorrow. I'm gonna say Ouija board, haunt Jay.
Get me.
J-Man's house until he believes.
My wife would be my wife would freak out massively.
Oh, I bet.
Like me, no. I don't know. I think like I was scared of actual things that like my nightmare was that someone was knocking at my door and then my
like
grandmother would go to answer it.
Like
but there's like a guy who's going to shoot her and then rob us. Like that was my nightmare. Like someone would shoot us and rob our stuff. Like it wasn't like.
That's why you buy a gun.
Yeah, I don't have one, but I'll fight them off with my mental.
You can't have them in Canada, right?
Oh no, there's tons of guns everywhere. Yeah, everyone's got them.
Me either.
No,
I don't mean to be like insulting.
Canada has massive amount. There's like everybody has them. They're hunters.
Hunting is huge there.
Yeah, big time. Well, I actually prefer bow and arrow, or like a crossbow. I go to Bass Pro Shop.
My thing is, like if I watch Evil Dead 2 downstairs in the basement late at night and I'm smoking some jazz cigarettes, I might be a little scared to get up and pee. Fun fact, man, you guys, if anybody watching this wants to put a hit out on me, Evil Dead 1 premiered less than 20 minutes from my house where I live right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they had this shit last Halloween and everybody took it off, and I always take Halloween off, and I was like, oh, no problem this year. Then I found out they were playing it on 33 millimeter at the Redford Theater. I missed out.
I got to see Evil Dead 1 in the theater when there's a place, that would play these old movies. So I got to see Phantasm 1, Halloween 1, Texas 1, which the film reel burned at the very end as he's swinging the saw. It actually burned. I was like, oh no. So that's the last of that reel. But so I got to see a lot of these in the theater, like just in these like festivals that they'd play. And it was pretty neat to just see them the way that they were meant to be seen. I never got to see this though. Are we rating this movie? Like, is it?
Yeah,
I mean,
we can.
Sure. Okay.
I like that I got brought on the show and I completely threw everything off the rails.
It's beautiful. Listen, we could do a 10-hour stream. And
I just like having conversations with the guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tight with Pete, and Pete said something about me and you talking, Jay. Like I didn't tell you this shit, Pete. I literally sent him like a trailer for like a Bollywood horror movie.
An Indian horror movie.
Seen this? Like, it's nice to be able to touch base on like a guy who actually knows which companies put out shit and what releases the best shit. And I don't know, man. Just fucking fun to talk horror and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're enthusiastic, right? Like we need people who are pumped up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try to get my friends in this all the time, and like I got my mom kind of getting into this. She's like, I bought a copy of American Werewolf in London.
Great movie.
And I was like, okay, cool. She goes, it's cool. It's got all the faces on it. And I was like, does it? I bring out my copy. I go, is it this one? It's the Arrow video copy, Blu-ray.
Right.
She's like, yeah. And I go, see this A on the bottom? That's what you want to buy.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to teach at Blu-ray.com to find deals and stuff.
Yes, you got to go to Blu-ray.com. I have that bookmark.
I just want to look it up. I go, just if you see something, used to be Scream Factory.
Yes.
Now
Not
they
anymore.
fucking sold the fuck out a year ago and
Yeah,
suck
they're
now.
gone. Yeah.
They're pretty. Ain't that fucking crazy, bro?
I'm glad I got that Friday the 13th box set when I
Yeah, I got that too.
My wife got me that for Christmas. That's still one of them.
No
Yeah.
way. It's at the top of my shelf.
I've got the Scream Factory Friday 13th box set, and I own the Paramount 8 together, and then I've got like I think it's 4, 5, and 6. I've just bought loose copies of as I've randomly found them.
J-Man, you got the Halloween box set, the Blu-ray?
I got that. I have every Puppet Master movie, even like anything like that.
There's
like I buy
8,000 Puppet Masters.
There's 8,000 of them. I think I have them all. Every year I go through the list and just see if I missed any. It's like, did I miss one of these? Or?
There's so many of those.
Bro. J-Man, I still want to buy that Blu-ray box set from Scream Factory for like $400, $300. And I have all the 4Ks that they put out for
Halloween
Scream Factory after, but I just want that with the jack-o'-lantern on it.
The box, yeah. I can't buy the 4K. Like, see, then you start getting the 4Ks of that. I can't. I have so because I also buy lots. See, you're only knowing I got all that horror, but I've got so many. Like, I get superhero stuff. Like, Superman's my favorite character. I get sci-fi. I get so many things. Like, it's impossible for me. If I committed fully to horror, it'd be crazy. My main thing is horror and superheroes, but like, you know, like my fantasy collection is crazy. I like sci-fi. I like post-apocalyptic. You know, like, did you get the In Search of Darkness? I'm in Search of Darkness Volume 3. If you go to the credits, I'm in
Volume 2.
You're in Volume 2. Nice. Like, yeah. So it's like, you know, so there you go. So it's like all of this stuff is there, right? I didn't even know they did a thing for Volume 2. They didn't ask me, bastards. I think I'm only in Part 3. I don't think I my name is in it, but not my video. Like, yeah, insert. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. So you could see me at the in video. They accepted videos from people, so that was kind of cool. But I like comic books. My channel is mostly comic book oriented, so it's like this is the only night I can do horror stuff. So it's good to have people that appreciate it. And my friends like horror, kind of. You know, they're not going to watch the Ilsa movies, or they're not going to watch all those Italian ones that I've been forcing Pete to watch.
Dude, you ain't forcing me. I love those G.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Bro, I dabble a little bit into like action movies too.
Yeah, I saw you were going through your stuff.
I switched it one year. I was like, hey, I want to talk about fucking fucking Commando.
Yeah, Commando, Cobra, Avenging Force. You know, it's funny you said that, Pete, because just yesterday I was looking. There's a movie poster warehouse next to me. It's like a half an hour drive, and the new He-Man poster is coming out, so I'm looking to get that. So I was looking at what originals they've got in, and they have Avenging Force. I was like, they actually have the actual it's folded, because all movie posters were folded back then, but they actually have the Avenging Force poster. It's not as cool as the video box. It's you could look it up. I'll show you I'll send you what it looks like, but they actually had the Avenging Force poster, which I was like, oh my god! And it was just a coincidence that you just said it, because I was just looking at it the other day, because I picked up what did I just get? Metal Force. What the hell was that called? I can't remember the name, and I bought it. I can't remember. It's like a post-apocalyptic whatever movie.
J-Man, you like Guar?
Yeah, I've met Guar. It was pretty fun. The guy. So I don't really know their music. I know it a little bit, but I saw them at a show, so I was like, let me go talk to them. So, but I do like Guar. Yeah.
I went with a friend in high school named Vince. Mm-hmm. We walked up. We made it to the front row, and Ortimus or whatever, he got a drink handed to him. It's this red fluid. He takes this big drink of it, and we're next in line to get buy our shit and autographed. He takes a sip and he spits it all out all over my friend's face. He's covered in blood, and he goes, "Oh my god, this isn't baby's blood."
That's awesome. Well, that's a great
bro. I just watched this fucking set from these guys on YouTube where they were unmasked. And this motherfucker was so fucking fucked up.
Oh, really?
He was in such a trance, dude. It was like what an incredible thing to watch.
You know what we should do one time on one of these? Rock and Roll Nightmare. Have you seen that? Okay. Do not look up anything.
I think I got it right here.
Oh, do you have it? Because I've met John Michael Thor. I got pictures with him. I've got the soundtrack to that movie. I have it on the best versions. I even have part 2. I have his autograph on everything. It's awful, except the ending has such an awesome.
Is that the one with the dude that has the VHS out with this shit too? The Rock and Roll Nightmare. It's like a real shot on video.
What are you showing? Are you showing me something? Oh, I thought you were showing me something.
No.
Okay, Rock and Roll
Nightmare video shit.
I don't know if it's I don't know what if it's on VHS. He looks like a big rock guy. He looks like Kiss on steroids. He doesn't have makeup, and his name is Thor.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, you can look it up, but don't read about it because it's crazy. So I met the guy and everything. He's a Canadian rocker. So yeah, that is a good one to cover. It's totally schlock and stupid, but like the ending is crazy. No, I don't.
I've used a Ouija board and it actually worked, unfortunately, to the point where we had to put holy water on it and then burn it.
Oh, I've tried Candyman in the mirror. He never showed up. I tried Bloody Mary. She never showed up.
Pete, tell me the story because I got a Ouija story too.
All right. So we were kids. It was me and my cousins because my little sisters were too young. And my mom bought us a fucking Ouija board. So we started mucking about with it, and the planchette thing literally moved on its own, and we all freaked out, and we used it again later, and it did the same thing after a few minutes, and none of us were moving it. Like, none of us were fucking moving it, no hands on it at all, and the thing kind of skirted, like, not too far, not like a dramatic, like, movie thing, but it, like, moved a little bit one way and then a little bit another, and then just stopped, and we were like, and that was the second time it had done it that day. So we were like, fuck this. The next day because my grandfather is real religious, he had a thing of holy water in the refrigerator because he was staying with us, and it's funny because it's still there to this day. And we took some of it and poured it on the Ouija board, and we said some prayers, and we fucking took it we had a barrel we used to burn all our paper trash, and we put it in there and fucking burned it.
But it worked.
But my parents' house is haunted. Like, I had so many experiences there over the years that but there's been like 6 or I don't want to say it. 6 or the number 6 or 7 deaths in that house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like weird energy there. And when I was like back staying there recently, I didn't really have any experiences or anything like that. I haven't in a long time there. Not in a long time. Probably since I was in my late 20s was the last time I ever had a like what I would call I don't want to maybe I guess I'd have to classify it as a paranormal experience. But yeah, but the Ouija board thing freaked us the fuck out. And that was the first time I can remember having like a paranormal experience. I was probably like 11. So my cousins would have been teenagers at that point. 13, 15, and 17. So yeah, that scared the shit out of us. That was actually the last time that my oldest cousin came to the house. I don't think she came back for like about 15 years after that.
So Pete, I believe you when you say that shit. Do you remember the year when like we had that big blackout like in Michigan?
Was that mid 2000s?
Yeah, earlier than that because I was like pretty young. I was born in '88.
Okay, so you're 8 years younger than me. I'm trying to think when the fuck.
I think it was like around probably 02, 03.
Okay.
I was like a preteen, teenager. But I lived in this neighborhood, like this apartment complex in government housing, where like all the adults that came back from work, you know, they drink beers together and barbecue out. We lived out like on the fucking playground, all that type of shit, and the fucking power went out. And my mom's boyfriend, who was like almost like my stepdad because he was around for so long, he died. So she was going through some shit, and she was like drinking with her friend that she worked with like at the deli at the grocery store up the road. And like when the power went out, like now that I'm older, man, like when I was younger, I hated it, but like when I was like older, I understood because like they grabbed like fucking like 4 dirty 30s, and just like everybody in the neighborhood came over, everybody barbecued shit, all the kids ate everything, you know, everybody stayed there together, like through the pavilion, the neighborhood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
everyone threw all their food together, like it's gonna go bad. And then one night, through this whole thing, my mom and her friend got like a Ouija board, and they started playing with that shit, and they were so fucked up. And I like went over, stayed at a friend's house, whatever. And like when I came back home, like my grandma was over, and she and the fucking Ouija board was out there, and we're like, fuck it, let's play with the Ouija board. And we say whatever. I don't know what we said. I don't remember. And they started going, boom, boom, boom. This shit started just shifting. It was more like the board was horizontal, but we were going like vertical and whipping around. When it got done, like I'll never forget this, whether I believe in ghosts or not. But like my grandma was like on the verge of tears. She's like, "Why were you messing with me? Why are you messing with me?" And it's like, I barely had my fingertips on this shit, like they say, and I know for like how religious she was that she wasn't messing with me. So it's like I always remember that. I was like, that was some real shit.
If I was ever using a Ouija board, I would immediately move it and then swear to God that I didn't do it. I would immediately do it. Immediately. I did Bloody Mary. These kids were, I was babysitting these kids, so we went to go do Bloody Mary.
I'll never do it again.
So I went to go. I went to go do it. So we did it. I was like, look, nothing's gonna happen. So I don't know how many times we're supposed to say it, 10 or something. So whatever it is, we said it, and then I was like, so at the 10th, I was like, see nothing. Ah! I just went like that, and I scared the crap.
I got freaked out watching what the hell movie was it?
Devil.
I just watched when I was when I was staying with my dad. I stayed up and I watched It Chapter 2. And there was just like one scene in that. I can't remember which one it was.
Like the new movie you're saying? Like the new one. Okay.
Yeah, there was like one part in there that just I'm watching it like 2:00 in the morning. I'm all stoned out. Like it just hit me. I was like, what the fuck? Like made me jump. But yeah, for the most part, like now horror, like slasher shit like that, like Art the Clown didn't scare me as much as it just like the first time I watched Terrifier, it was just grotesque, and now I love it. Like
it's meant to be fun, in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah, for sure. He knows what he's doing.
This isn't August Underground or Cat 3 films. Like it's cartoonish gore. It's Looney Tunes.
Yep. There's not enough blood in the human body.
Here's a fun story, Jay. Man, I went to see Terrifier 3 opening night.
So did I.
With my friend, I got a job. I got this guy a job at my place. He ended up getting fired, but he's like my movie convention nerd friend that lives locally. Right. And it was that scene, like one part in the scene in the opening part with the kid getting killed and shit. And I just went like Bill Murray and Scrooge. I was like, ha ha. Nobody else laughed.
Oh, beautiful.
Everybody looked at me and I was like,
that is great.
Dude, when I went to see, because like I went to see Terrifier 3.
It's not real, bro. I'm sorry, Pete. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're not watching Siberian film or Human Centipede or some weird fucking Puke Vomit Girls. It's fucking
I hate crap like
just
that,
fucking cutting someone. They didn't even show nothing. It was like whack, and the mom's like, no.
I was alone. I saw Terrifier 3 alone.
Same. There was like what 8 to 10 people in the theater. I went to like a 9:30 Sunday night show in Mount Pleasant, which is about an hour drive for me, and I drank like a weed ginger ale soda on the way there. I'm ripping my pen. I smoked a joint before I left the house, and I took edibles in the theater with me. And like I sat there in the theater. I shot. There's a short on my channel I shot because there was nobody else in the theater for like 10, 15 minutes when I got there. And then these girls came in. There's like 3 of them. They come in talking. They're like being all loud and shit. And they look up and saw me. And they're immediately quiet. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm like, sorry. Like they got all scared. They saw me like, oh shit, sorry. Like
they're like, this guy's gonna get us after this.
Right. I'm like, and then this couple came and sat behind me, and they were fucking drunk off their asses. So like him and I were kind of like just bullshitting back and forth. It was fun. Like everybody was like kind of laughing during the movie, you know, like as serious and as violent. It is like you said, it's Looney Tune level.
So what's everyone's favorite movie theater experience? Your favorite movie you've seen in the theaters? Based off the crowd, based off how the crowd.
Oh, Army of Darkness. Every line is yelled by everybody in the crowd. We all yell it together. And I saw Phantasm 4.
Was that when it came out?
No. But I saw Phantasm 4 in the premiere, and I sat next to the tall man watching it. He was in front of me to the side, and Don Coscarelli was there as well. I got to talk to those guys, and it was all free.
I've been meaning to ask about that because your poster behind your right-hand shoulder.
Yeah, it's signed. I got that at the thing, and they signed it there. And it'll please you to know that I'm taller than the tall man.
How tall are you, bro?
I'm not tall at all. I'm 6 feet. They put him on lifts.
He was heightening.
Why the fuck you break my heart like that, man?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, man,
I was heartbroken. I'm like, no, I'm taller than you.
Hey, Pete, I'm about to be referred to like when they introduced me in wrestling as the tall man, Bad News Cruz. Out of
tell Chase to do that. Call you the tall
man.
And
if somebody says, Cruz, you're not very tall. You're shorter than me. I said, I'm taller than you when I'm standing on my wallet. Phantasm is like one of the greatest series of all time that never gets talked
for sure.
Yep. Oh, dude,
people talk about the Cemetery, which is only 2, or Children of the Corn. I'm like,
which is 100.
We did
the first Children of the Corn. The first Children of the Corn is sweet if you look back on it, because when the old guy, he's like 20 years old. When you watch Children of the Corn, when all the kids come at him, he doesn't punch a single kid. It's all backhands. And he just fucking beats the shit out of like 50 kids. I'm like, that's how exactly the fuck it would be.
Yep.
Like, what would happen if P. Daddy Dollar fought 50 kids?
Oh, I'd smack shit out of him.
I mean, let alone ground and pound, man. The big boot would.
Yep, just kick him. Be throwing kicks and backhands. My favorite horror movie theater experience, man, was Friday the 13th Part 8. I saw that in the theater at fucking 9 years old. Like I said, me and my cousin snuck in. He was 11, I was 9. We went to see another movie, walked into that one right as the opening credits were rolling. And yeah, dude, the crowd in there, because it was all fucking teenagers. It was like a Saturday afternoon. It was all teenagers. We just snuck in, sat in the back of the theater, and it was fucking awesome. Like, that's why awesome. I have such an attachment to like what is arguably the worst of the Paramount 8, at least in terms of financial returons. I mean,
7 is worse than 8.
I think so.
Sorry, 7 is worse than 8?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
The novelty of
Kane Hodder's fire effect, fire stunts and shit, and shit through the stairs is cool, but like, come on.
I liked what's her name?
I love that I just started a fucking war.
What's her name? Lar Park Lincoln that played was it Tina?
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, I liked her. God rest her soul. She just passed away. Yeah. She was young. She wasn't that old at all. And she's another one. Like Jensen Daggett is probably from the Friday the 13th series. She's my boo.
Yeah, she's good, cool, good.
I had the biggest crush on her, but like Lar Park Lincoln or the chick that played Megan in Part 6 was like, those two were like tied, man, because like Megan was hot and she never showed anything.
Bro,
she never showed anything.
There's no nudity at all. Actually, I think so. CJ, who I've met before, but the girl in who gets the face in the thing, she's going to be at Niagara Falls.
Is she?
Yeah, so I might meet her. I'll see. But like, I don't think Part 6 has any nudity.
No,
there's no.
Nope, Part 6. There's not. After Part 5, they changed it up. They did a complete 180.
I love Part 5.
That one gets too much.
I'm so bitter about Part 5. The first 2 acts are really good. And the first act's the part people bitch about.
Right.
I think Reggie the Reckless is cool. The girl with him, like the combo of them, she brings him down, man.
Reggie was smart.
Maud and her son can't save everything. My favorite. Hey guys,
damn enchiladas. Come on. Come
You
on,
know,
that's
you
funny.
guys know what my favorite movie was in the theaters? I'll tell you.
Mhm.
Space Jam.
Ah,
I saw that, and dude, you'll appreciate this because you know the area. I went to see that at the what was it the Wonderland Mall? Was it
Dude,
Wonderland?
I live right next to the Wonderland Mall.
Because
If anybody wants to stalk me,
I went to
forgetting we're live.
yeah
Hey,
that's where I
hey,
went to see that.
yeah,
I was 16.
I seen Jurassic Park 2 and 3 at that mall. The KB
Nice.
Toys right next to the media play.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first place I ever bought a VHS tape on my own that wasn't wrestling. I bought Night of the Living Dead in 1990.
oh, awesome. Yeah, I had that on
Nice.
VHS also. I think the first VHS movie
Wore
I
it
bought
out.
was Batman and E.T. Like 89 Batman and E.T. were the first
I
two I
can never
bought.
watch ET again, bro. It just makes me so sad.
My grandfather lied to, so my grandfather couldn't, my first language is Croatian. So we saw ET in the theater and I fell asleep.
It's fucking tight.
So I fell asleep. So we're leaving the theater and all the kids were upset and crying. So I asked my grandfather what happened and he told me that ET died. So I was like, oh, that's pretty rough. So that's what I thought my whole life. And then I got it on VHS. And then I was like, wait a minute. That's not, he's like, my grandfather didn't know what was going on. He's like, I don't know. I thought the thing died or whatever. I was like, no, he's back. I can't make it. So I was like, I literally thought that he did really actually die. But
That's
anyway.
funny, man, because I think like my grandpa, before he passed away, he was like my step grandpa. He was like Greek, so he was like kind of just
Right.
like same kind of fucking way, man.
I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what do I care? It's some stupid fake. My grandmother's opinion on movies. My grandma would be like, "This is stupid." I'm like, "Yep." You know, that's her review of ET. It's like, "This is stupid." It's like,
This is stupid.
like in Croatian, right?
It is now, man. They hold walkie talkies instead of guns on the street.
Well, you can buy the. It's back to the normal one.
Yeah.
But I gotta go in a minute.
Yeah. So Slumber Party Massacre for me is a 10 out of 10.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
It is. I can't.
All right,
get
so
rid of it.
everybody, within like under 90 seconds, explain why you think Slumber Party Massacre is what you would rate it or recommend it to somebody else, then the number rating. Not that I'm making the rules.
That's
Right.
fine. Go ahead, Jay.
So I go by what's called the promise. So I go by the promise. It's called Slumber Party Massacre. And I saw the trailer, I saw the poster. It's called Slumber Party Massacre. Is this the best Slumber Party Massacre that I could have gotten? That's what I'm rating. Yes, it has the nudity, the slashing, the drilling. It has all of the things that I would expect it to have. Plus, it has characters that I actually liked. And it's very fast, brisk. They know what kind of movie they're making. It's not taking its time to explain itself. It's not doing all this extra shit. Every movie now is 3 hours or whatever. It gets to the point. Is Die Hard a perfect Die Hard movie? Yes, I would give that 10 out of 10 as well. Is Halloween 1 a perfect slasher movie? Yes, I would also give that 10 out of 10. When I stray from that, if I give something lower, like Slumber Party Massacre 2 is probably for me like a 6 out of 10. The reason is that the slumber party bits are there, but there's no nudity and there's hardly any killing. It's all at the very end and very fast and not enough to enjoy it as it's going. There should be kills as you go through it to enjoy the kills. So that one is a fail it's okay. Like a 5 or 6 out of 10 in my scale of rating, which I explained in my review videos, is a pass. Like a 5 out of 10 is like a 5 out of 10. It was okay. This movie, the first one went really high, way and above. The killer was cool. We got to see it from his perspective. We got to see him laying down. We always see the killer pop up from somewhere. We got to see the killer set himself up for that. We never see that in any movie. So this movie has a lot of great stuff going for it. That's why for me, it's a 10 out of 10 Slumber Party Massacre movie. Is Slumber Party Massacre better than Exorcist 3? No, but it's not supposed to be better than Exorcist 3. It's supposed to be the best movie that it can be on its own. That's how I rate it. There you go.
What's the number exactly?
I'm giving it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, man. Sorry. that dude, bro. I couldn't have said it better, man. You fucking have a way with words when it comes to describing these horror movies and analyzing them.
I'm pretty much God, I don't even really think I can add anything to that. But I mean, all I'll say is if I'm pitching this movie to somebody, it like J-Man said, it is exactly what it says it is. It delivers at every turn. It's fast paced. It's basically, if I had to describe this like a tag team match, it's like me and you jump starting a match on somebody because you get right into the kills. It gets right into it. And like you said, the lull point of the movie is very small. It's shrunk down. You don't get bogged down in these long exposition dumps. And yeah, for even like we talked about earlier, the characters not being quote unquote developed, they are perfectly developed in the world in which they exist.
Exactly.
For the 75 minutes we're with them, they're living their lives as their lives exist in context of the world that they're written into. So you can't ask for anything better than that. This is one of the most unique killers I've ever seen in a slasher movie. As far as his tactics go and his just the way he carries himself. He's a slasher, but he's not really like any other slasher, which I appreciated. Like I said, and this sleeping bag in the living room scene in the end of the movie is fucking perfection. That was amazing tactical shit on his part. So yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 movie for me. If like I said, if you like blood, if you like tits, and you like 80s slasher movies, you're not gonna walk away from this one disappointed in any facet.
Yeah. Hey, well said, Pete. My bad. I didn't mean to get up like as you were talking. Like after 2 hours, I had to go, but my bathroom was right on the other side of this door, so I just opened the door. I heard you. Now you guys make me feel weird rating it that way, knowing this was one I really like, but I've never been on the show before. So I'm going to use kind of a scale that both of you guys were kind of implying in one way or another. If I got to talk about Dawn of the Dead 1978, I can't possibly throw Slumber Party Massacre at the same rank. I want to say 8.5, I'll say 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're going by like, so what was the one you mentioned? Return or remake night? Sorry, you said Night of the Living Dead 90s?
Honestly, almost either one of them, but Dawn of the Dead, the original is one.
Okay, so sorry, Dawn of the Dead is a masterpiece of zombie movies, right? So yeah. I would say that if I'm looking for a zombie movie, I can't do any better than Dawn of the Dead. I could do equally as good as Dawn of the Dead, but Dawn of the Dead would be the king of the zombie movies. So if you're saying to me, I want to watch Dawn of the Dead, it is perfect in every way, shape, and form. I love the music, Goblin, all that stuff.
I do think Dawn of the Dead 78 is perfect.
It's perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So this movie is the best Slumber Party Massacre movie you could have gotten. Dawn of the Dead is the best Dawn of the Dead movie you could have gotten.
Is this the scale we're going with? Because that does.
This is the way I do it in my because
if it's the best sleep, like you said. You can't throw Sleepaway Camp in there. It's like a summer.
Like Sleepaway Camp 2 is my king of these kinds of movies. Like Sleepaway Camp 2 is better than Slumber Party Massacre, in my opinion.
Is Sleepaway Camp 2 better than Sleepaway Camp 1?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sleepaway Camp 2 is like my king. I absolutely love every second of it.
You need to make a new show where we do like game show shit and we hit buttons and debate shit.
Dude, Sleepaway Camp 3 was just, by the time you got to that one, that shit was insane. Like
Sleepaway Camp 3 sucks.
No.
It was fucking insane.
It's awesome. It's hilarious. It's bad if you're looking. Well, no, I can't. No, I like it. I like Sleepaway Camp. Part 2 is it's 2, 3, 1. Because 1 has a lot of like meandering bits. Ending makes it better. Yeah. The ending makes it better because it's a shocker and a surprise.
Yep. But they treat it like we can all agree that like any John Candy summer camp movie is better than Sleepaway Camp Part 1. But I mean,
The Great Outdoors is a masterpiece. That's a fucking masterpiece. I've watched that movie hundreds of times.
Didn't I just talk to you about that like a couple months ago where I was like, I was watching Great Outdoors and it changed my life.
That's
game
a great
show shit. Yeah, game show shit, man. I'll win.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
That's like system. That's like when we used to play Mug Shorties.
Mug Shorties? What the fuck is that?
On our now defunct Monday Nitro show we had a game we played at the end of the show where I would make graphics of different
I played along with that at one point.
Yeah, I think you were on. We played that. Or you were in the chat playing along with us. But yeah, Mug Shorties. But
I agree. Slumber Party Massacre or Sleepaway Camp Part 1 is definitely better than Part 2. I agree, Pete.
I gotta watch Slumber Party Massacre 2 now. But that's where we're gonna leave it because I know J-Man's got to get going. Killer Pizza Videos, my brother. Thank you for being on tonight. I'm gonna drop you a link.
Thank you, man. What's your channel, man? I know it's in the description. Throw it out there, J-Man.
Oh, I'll put it in the links. I'll throw it out.
Whatever. What are you about to put out, bro? What are you about to do?
I basically just do comic book streams. Though. Fantastic Four.
What kind of comic books, man?
Fantastic Four, Avengers. I'm doing He-Man every Saturday. So I'll put the link up in there. Yeah, subscribe for sure. Like,
yeah, if there's anybody from my channel that came over here and you watch on the replay or whatever, man, you like comics.
I'll put all the links up. I had your link up in there as well.
What do you like better, J-Man? One more thing, Child's Play 1 or 2?
I like Child's Play 2 better, but like part 1 is part 1. It's like part 1 is part 1. It's an excellent movie, but part 2, that toy story at the end is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
it's just amped up. Like I saw 2 in the theater, and I just loved it. Like part 1 is a masterpiece. It's great, it's just like tension and good acting, but part 2 is like just that is great.
Why do you have that? Why the fuck do you have that in arm's reach?
It's my family photo. I keep it on my desk. It's in a nice frame.
Okay, how about arms reach?
Yeah, that's my family photo, bro. I keep that.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to TerraVision.
Yes, I've got those two. I got those two. Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Check us out if you're a channel member on Thursday.
Killer Pizza Videos.
Subscribe to Killer Pizza and J-Man. Links in the description and in the chat. If we don't see you, have a great day. Pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away. Deuces. Patreon.com/wrestling with horror 420.